Hello, welcome back to Magicor. I'm going to be making a build video today for Makinuchi Ippo from Majama Ippo. When it comes to sports manga, it's one of my favorite manga. So, Makinuchi Ippo, he's short for his weight class, but he's very strong and he's very durable. So we're going to go with a mountain dwarf. And his family is a fishing family, so his background is to be fisher. And then for his class, when he first starts out, he doesn't know how to punch, so we're going to take Barbarian. So, Athletics. And then we're going to take Animal Handling. He does have a pet, so he's pretty good with that. And then we're going to take care of our ability scores. And we're going with Point Buy. We're going to want to get our Wisdom to 13 for our multi-classing requirements. Then we need Dexterity 13 for multi-class requirements. And then we want to get our Constitution as high as possible, and then get our Strength up there as well. Then we might as well put the last one into Charisma. Nowhere else to put it really. Then we're going to go back to classes. He's not really as smart. He just does whatever his coach tells him. And for our next level, we're going to take Monk. He was now taught to punch. So at this point, he's very tough and he's able to punch. He's got 2 punches right now that he can do. And we're going to go back into Barbarian, and we're going to bring that right up to level 3. And we're going to choose the Zealot Barbarian. He ends up getting almost a religious devotion to his coach. If his coach tells him to do something, he just does it. In addition to the fact that Zealot Barbarians can be very easily brought back from the dead. And his coach has been shown to do that in several fights, where not necessarily back from the dead, but back from the brink. Keep him going. So then we're going to take a level of Rogue. This level of Rogue is pretty much going to represent your Liver Blow and your Gazelle Punch. We're going to bring that Rogue right up to level 3, and that's going to give us the Inquisitive archetype. So that is why, for proficiency, we're going to be taking Insight. Now, why that fits with Makinuchi Ippo, when it comes to once he's got some experience at fighting, he knows how a fight's going to go, and he kind of expects certain things from like a traditional fighter, and he's able to see how things are going and ask why he's able to land his Liver Blow, while he's able to land his Gazelle Punch. But even though I'm going to give him expertise in Insight, I'm also giving expertise in Athletics. He's still not the best at it, because he only has the +1 on that Wisdom. So if he's just fighting a more tricky fighter, he's still not gonna have a good time with that. That's why we have the Reckless Attack, which kind of goes in with the fact that Makinuchi Ippo, he takes a lot of punches. So we're actually going to now take the Barbarian up to level 5. That's going to give us our extra attack. In addition, we're going to ability score increase. We're going to take Constitution and Dexterity. That's going to round out those numbers. Looking at that here, we now have an 18 and a 14. That's going to give us 16 AC. It's still not the best, but we're getting better. Alright, so we're going to bring our Rogue up to level 5. This is going to give us another ability score increase, as well as this is going to give us Uncanny Dodge. We're going to, for our ability score increase, we're going to bring our Strength up 2 times. That's going to give us an additional +1 to our attack roll, as well as some more damage. And the reason why we really want that Uncanny Dodge, especially with this build, flavor-wise, we're a boxer, so we're in one-on-one fights. If we can have the damage of that one target, if they only have 1 attack, they're dealing very, very little damage to us. We're Barbarian, we're taking half damage. Have it again, we're taking quarter damage. If they have more than 1 attack, oh well, we're still gonna have the damage from one of those attacks, take quarter damage from one of those attacks. All right, so then from this point, we're going to be taking Monk and putting that up to 4. And with this, we're going to be taking the open hand. Well, now, while the open hand, it won't really help us too much because we have a lower saving throw, it is still in flavor. Either knock prone or push them back. Those are generally the options we're going to take. Then when we use our flurry of blows. And as well as this, going to bring our key points up to 4. This can be representative when he first learned the Dempsey roll. Throw in a high number of punches very quickly from side to side. And again, our saving throw is kind of low, so we're not going to be getting our bonus abilities that often, but it's still in flavor. And we're going to use another ability score increase. We're going to bring our strength again up by 2. We really got to give that. We really got to show we're doing some damage. We're doing some real damage in here. So then we're going to bring our Barbarian up to level 8. So that's going to give us. That's going to make this. This is going to make this better. So that's a. Sorry, wrong one there. This one. It's going to make this one better. So it's 1d6 plus 4 at this point. So, that's the interesting thing about this is it says here the first creature. So if we put all of our attacks on one creature, then this damage is going to go to every attack. And for Ippo, he's a pretty good person. I would put him as actually lawful good. So I would say it would be radiant for this. So we're actually doing a decent chunk of damage. 1d6 plus 4 on up to 4 attacks per turn. And then we're going to take, for our ability score increase, Constitution and Constitution. This is going to give us lost hit points, as well as it's going to bring our AC up even further. And that's going to be our last ability score increase. So let's look at where we're at. We're at 20 Strength, 20 Constitution, 14 Dex. So that's going to be 17 AC. That's not the best AC in the world, but that's okay. Even throughout Ippo's entire boxing career, he's always taken a lot of punches. So that's pretty much gonna represent the fact that he just dives right in and he takes punches. So then we're going to take 2 more levels of Monk, and this is going to be something we're actually useful from the open hand. And as an action, we regain hit points equal to 3 times your Monk level, and that's going to be at level 6. That's going to be 18 hit points. Another thing here, this is going to help us on as a little bit outside of the lore, but for D&D wise, our unarmed strikes are now considered magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and meeting non-magical attacks and damage. So even if we fight monsters, we could one-on-one a monster, and we could fight them just as well. We got 1 more level, so we're just going to put that right back into Barbarian. And that's going to give us a brutal critical. In considering we have reckless attack, when we end up using that, that's going to be a pretty good decent chance for criticals. And so yeah, we're doing a lot of damage here. So let's look over here, and we'll be able to see exactly what we got going on here. So we have unarmed strike plus 11 to hit. That's going to be our 6 plus 5. It says here 1d6 plus 5, but it's kind of misleading because we're going to be raging. So we're looking at 1d6 plus 5. On average, that's 1d6. That's going to be 3.5 damage there plus 5. So we're looking at, on average, 8.5 damage for just the base. And then while raging, that's another 3. So that's 11.5. And then we're going to be doing our Divine Fury. So that's going to be another 7.5 added onto that. So that's going to be 19 damage for a regular attack. So that's with the fact that on a regular turn, without using key points, we could get up to 3 of those attacks. In addition, we get 3d6 for sneak attack. So for one of those attacks, that's going to be another 10.5 damage on average, because for damage. That's a lot of, that's a decent chunk of damage. It's not necessarily a lot, but keep that in mind, the fact you got over 200 hit points, and your barbarians are taking half damage, and we can heal 18 damage, and we have our, go down to where our rogue features are. This could never be underestimated for how much damage this will actually reduce when you take into account the fact that you're adding that on top of rage. Insight plus 13, that's actually give us a decent chance to get our insightful fighting. 17 athletics, like he's able to outrun almost everyone that he sees. He's can do long distance runnings as a sprint. He's a pretty athletic guy. So that is what we're looking at for a class build for Macanucci Ippo. So I'd like to know what you guys think. Something I could have done better with it. And like he's got 50-foot walking speed, and that's going to represent pretty much his dashing speed, but he doesn't really move around too much in combat. He's just going to dash in and just stick right on the guy. That's actually kind of the reason why I didn't want to take too many levels of Monk. It's a little annoying for builds like this, or for like strength-based melee builds, like strength-based, like unarmed builds, that you, I don't know, like the idea of a flat-footed, like just slug it out, it's hard to do in D&D. All right, well, you guys have a good day. I'm gonna sign off.